And we're going.
All right. We're going live right now.
We are.
All right. What's up, guys? Welcome to the behind the scenes of coaching, backstage passer. And we're really excited to have you guys here tonight to learn about what coaching is with the Dream Team United. My name is Jamie Messina, and I'm kicking it off for you. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself so you know what I'm all about. I joined this team about 5 years ago. I was in a really just bad spot in my life. I needed to get myself together, healthy and fit, and fate brought me to Melanie Mitro, and my life has changed because of that. So here I am today, coming to you guys in a hotel room in the UK with all of these awesome people surrounding me. So my job tonight is to tell you a little bit about how Beachbody got founded. So Beachbody was founded in 1998 by Carl Deichler and John Congdon. And so they had this purpose just to help people. They wanted to help people to achieve healthy, fulfilling lives and their goals. They just wanted people to be happy, healthy, and all around. And so they created these programs, this crazy program called P90X. I don't know if you guys have heard about that. And they made an infomercial for it. And it was just top of the line, world-class, proven program that just got people awesome results at home, no-nonsense DVD fitness program. And they kind of set the company apart from any other company that was happening at that time because they weren't going for the magic potions or the quick fix or anything like that. They were going for the no-nonsense, get some work in and get results that way. And so that set them apart from other people, which was pretty awesome. And pretty quick into the program getting started, they realized through these message boards that they were having online that just naturally the people who were doing the programs were supporting one another and just inviting their friends to join and sharing the results. And so they realized that they might have stumbled upon something pretty awesome there just by seeing what these people were doing for one another, helping each other and all that. So they wanted to reward these people for their organic sharing of the program and results and all that stuff. And so they invited them to become the founding coaches of Team Beachbody, and that officially launched in 2007. So the launch of Team Beachbody, which is the coach network, put into motion just the creation of all these awesome products. It started with P90X and Insanity and just went on and on from there. You got T25, 21 Day Fix, PIO, like all these programs. I can't even remember them all right now, but a lot. And it just truly represented the commitment that the company has at its core purpose to help people achieve their goals and, live a healthy, fulfilling life. I mean, just check out all the programs that I know you guys have seen a lot of them already. We got it down. So I've mentioned a few things. Don't do that. I've mentioned a few things that make Team Beachbody unique, but when you put them together, it just shows how much that this company really has to offer. And it started with fitness through the infomercials. And a few years after Team Beachbody was founded in 2007, the nutrition was born with Shakeology. And it's basically Shakeology is Team Beachbody's signature product, only sold through coaches, so you can't get it anywhere else. Less than $5 a serving. You get $41 worth of fruits and vegetables in one glass. It's crazy. It's basically the secret weapon for coaches because you can't get it anywhere else, and it's what helps us get our customers incredible results. It's loaded with all these crazy nutritious ingredients, proteins, vitamins, minerals that will help reduce hunger and food cravings, antioxidants and phytonutrients that help to detoxify and protect the body against free radical damage, and all these awesome things that have it in adaptogen herbs, increase energy, combat stress, prebiotics, probiotics, fiber, digestive enzymes. You guys have probably heard it all. And if you want to know more about that, ask your coach how to, access. We have the Shakeology podcast where you can learn all about Shakeology. It really is such an amazing product, and I want you guys to be able to learn about it before it actually even comes to you. So go ask whoever invited you here for the link to the podcast and other ways that you can get, trained on that. Yeah. I think that's all I have for you right now. I might have went a little fast. I apologize. But I could talk about Shakeology all day long, but we don't have all day. So I'm going to hand it over to, I think, Jen. Alyssa's
up next. All right. Alyssa.
Oh, God, now Oh, they already saw me.
Hey guys, what's going on? We're a little bit sleep deprived today, but we're coming in. We're hanging on. I think actually the espresso and the Energizer are starting to kick on. So, woo! I'm excited. This is a different group. We have people in here from the UK, Canada, US. It's like a whole hodgepodge. We're like all a big family. It's so awesome. In case you guys don't know, my name is Alyssa Schomaker. I am a mom, a wife. I've got 3 kids. I was a nurse for 15 years. Whew, that was a long time. And today I'm going to talk to you guys like, what do we do? What do coaches do? And it really goes back to my story. Like I said, I was a nurse, and unfortunately I had an event where my grandfather passed away, and I was on the opposite side of healthcare. I was sat there at his bedside for 2.5 weeks, and after that, I decided that I really wanted to focus on health promotion and disease prevention. I know that this is what we need. We have 65% of people in the United States are overweight or obese, you guys. And here in the UK, they have 55%. So we have this really big epidemic that's happening globally. And I knew that nutrition, fitness, support, that is what people need to make these changes. So when I started my business, I had no idea what Beachbody was. I had used Insanity. I actually used a burnt copy to lose weight after having my daughter. But besides that, I did not know that there was a coaching network. I didn't know anything attached to it at all. I just loved the idea of running these accountability groups, these boot camp groups, teaching people, sharing recipes, sharing my tips, sharing my tricks, just to really make a difference in other people's lives. And 9 months into my business, I actually graduated from school with my nurse practitioner, and I made a decision, guys, that I was gonna not actually go into becoming a nurse practitioner. So $80,000, you guys, $80,000 is what I paid for schooling, and I decided instead to become a full-time coach. Kind of crazy story, but here I am 4.5 years later, and I love what I do. I feel like I'm still like licensed as a nurse, obviously, but I feel like I have the same purpose. I feel like I'm making a really big difference. And for those of you that are in healthcare, for those of you that come into things for purpose, this is all of that and more. Every day I wake up and I look forward to the lives that I get to impact. I like to look into my challengers, and that's a little bit what I'm going to kind of tell you guys about is like, what do we do, right? Most of us are not certified. We have some people that are personal trainers. We have some yogis. We have some nutritionists. Obviously, we have some people that are in healthcare that have a little bit more education and a little bit more schooling. But most of us are just everyday, regular people that decided that we wanted to use our lives to make a difference in the lives of others. And we're not perfect. We like to, I don't say the room, but I mean, we like chocolate. We like to eat the Cadbury eggs that are around here that I can't get yet. We like all the stuff too, but we just try to lead our own lives by example and then try to inspire other people. So we're not like perfect. We're just people that are trying to grab hold of others. And so that's basically what we do within our boot camps is that we share recipes, we share tips, but really we show up and we just show up for like our fit friends and our fit family. And we tell people like, you know, I had a bad day, or, you know, it's 8 o'clock at night and I didn't get my workout in yet. And I go in and check in my boot camp and there's all my girls crushing it. And more often than not, sometimes I'm stuck doing my workout at 10 o'clock at night because my team, my support, my fit fam has really held me accountable. And that is what it's all about. It's basically you helping other people stay accountable to their health and fitness goals by you leading by example. And I think that that is the best part, because when you lead by example in this business, you do your workouts, you do your personal development, you yourself is going to grow, you yourself is going to change, you are going to make an impact in your own health and fitness first, which is what we need to put our own oxygen masks on and not be a part of the statistic that is adding into, you know, what we're seeing here. So that's a little bit kind of about what we do. You can run your boot camps on an app. You can run your boot camps in a closed Facebook group. There's a lot of different ways you can do that. Some people like to do things online. Some people like to do them in person. There's so many different ways that you guys can help other people. Literally, the sky is the limit when it comes to this business. So I'm super excited for you guys to listen to all of my girlfriends here behind me and get to meet some others. So peace out. Talk to y'all later.
So I too am going to just touch on what Alyssa had mentioned. So first I want to share that earlier at dinner tonight, we just kind of were sitting around and we were all like, wow, we're sitting in the UK at a pub. I think it was a pub. And we were all just kind of chilling like, I can't believe this is our life.
None of us went into this thinking how big it could be, but we were all kind of curious. We were curious about what coaching could provide. We were curious about the income opportunity. We were curious about how to, continue to maintain the results we were getting with the products and the programs that we were using. So as we were sitting there, we had Alyssa and Deidre. They were talking about being retired nurses, and then Jen Guthrie and I were both classroom teachers, and Melanie was, they were strapped, for cash. She was a stay-at-home mom. She was making ends, I remember you saying like you would take like $20 out of, they would go shopping and she would get cash back just because she didn't want her husband to know. She just needed a little bit of extra to get by. And as we were thinking about this, it's just crazy thinking about how much our lives would be different if we didn't just chase that curiosity. And so over the past 5 years in my business, I really look at the way I run my business as just constantly just going to the next step. What is the next step in the business? What is the next goal? What is the next opportunity that I have? And it's just been about chasing that curiosity as I've grown. But how I've been able to do it is, just as Alyssa was talking about the challenge groups, she called them boot camps. It doesn't matter what you name them. Basically, they are a support system for your customers. As coaches, our job is to help people use those products and programs that we offer and effectively use them. So we are that support system. So many people, they go to the gym, and there's nothing wrong with going to the gym. You can be a successful coach and be a fitness instructor. You can be somebody who works in a gym, loves the gym, and you can still be a support system to someone else using the programs that we have to offer and the products. So Shakeology is something that everybody can benefit from. And so I really want to make sure that you take that time to educate yourself on what Shakeology is. So yes, those So those challenge groups that we talked about, that support system that you have, that is what you do as a coach. You are making an income because you are impacting the lives of other people. You are positively influencing them. So this is not something where you sign up, you throw a product at someone and say, good luck. You say, you sign up and I'm going to be there every step of the way. And that really is what makes our company so unique, so different. And that's what makes us feel so fulfilled as coaches. And so the other piece of the puzzle is that social media part of what we do. So whoever invited you here, whoever you're following, you notice that they have their own spin on what they do. So their story of coaching is very much in line with their own personal life. So how the products and the programs have impacted their life is a big part of that. And one of the things that I believe our team is very gifted at is explaining to coaches how you can use social media to start becoming a professional storyteller. And that is where I feel like we have that unique touch with what we do. We are not talking just about programs. We aren't talking just about products. Instead, we're talking about how these have in some way impacted our life, but you're getting the bigger picture of who we are. And that is where people are most likely going to connect with you. And our job is to help you find that story. And so if you're coming to Birmingham on Sunday, I know that I'm speaking about social media storytelling. I know that it's going to be a big part of what we do over the next couple weeks as well. So I am going to hand it over to Val. Is Val? Oh, hi, Val. All right, there she is.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Val Bazo, and I should be sitting right there with my posse. I've been planning to come to on this trip this whole time over the last couple of months as we've been planning. And I'm actually 33 weeks pregnant. You really can't see the big belly over the screen, but about a week and a half ago, I started having some preterm labor contraction type stuff going on. So my doctor totally nixed me traveling as of last Wednesday. So I've been so bummed, but I'm really glad to still have the connection with social media to be able to still kind of participate and do my thing. So my backstory a little bit is just the fact of what I'm going to talk to you tonight about is can you do coaching when you're not at your goal weight? Because that is a huge question that we get. And when I started coaching, you guys, I was not at my goal weight. I was about 15 to 20 pounds heavier than my comfortable weight. And I just decided to start coaching for the business and for myself at the same time. So I started my journey long before I ever, got into the best shape of my life. And now here I am. I think that I can definitely continue to be that proof of that product, where now that I'm completely pregnant and I have built my business and it's just pretty much as strong as ever as I've been going through this pregnancy. So you really just take the aspect and with this business and say, hey, you know what? I want to make it work. I want to share my journey. It doesn't matter if you're a size 0 or if you're a size 15 or whatever. Like, as long as you're showing your confidence, as long as you're showing up and you're talking about your goals and you're sharing your own personal journey and what it is that you want to accomplish with the programs and our products, that is what makes you a successful coach. We are not experts. We are not fitness professionals by any means. You can be, but it's not a requirement. All right. So I took my business 4.5 years ago, where I was at the lowest of lows, my highest weight, still using that excuse of, oh, I just had a baby, but my daughter was 2.5, 3 years old, to then say, no, I'm ready to change, and I'm going to use this. I'm going to do the programs, and I'm going to show my results as I keep going in my business. All right. So that's exactly what I did. So people saw me going from, my biggest weight ultimately to then seeing my transformation over that 30, 60, 90, 100 days, 1 year, 2 years, to then where I did get abs in my 30s, you guys. Like, Beachbody gave me my best body by the time I was 30. And now Beachbody has led me into the healthiest pregnancy with my 3rd child that I could ever imagine, because I've kept up with it. And I also just use that to build my business and I build my brand, and it's been amazing. So I hope that inspires you to not say, well, I'm just going to wait until I'm at my goal weight. Don't do that, because I think that coaching and I think your business will actually thrive more because you have more of an incentive to grow and to stay accountable to yourself if you're actually building your business and sharing your life story with people as you go along. So that's it.
Thanks, Val. All right, let me switch this over. All right, go ahead.
Cutie pie.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jen, and kind of to go off what Katie was saying earlier, she said, where would you be right now if it weren't for coaching? I would absolutely be in my classroom in Mississippi over in the southern part of the United States teaching today. That's what I'd be doing. I certainly wouldn't be on this trip, certainly wouldn't be doing any of these things. So it's pretty exciting to be here and to be talking to you guys. So I'm kind of, I guess, the babyest coach. I just now left my full-time job for coaching. I've been doing this for almost 2.5 years, and I actually worked my business while I taught full-time the entire time, with the exception of the past 2 months when we were out for summer. So this is my first official month as not being employed with the school district. So it's pretty exciting stuff over there. So what that has done is made me pretty much an expert in time management, because a lot of people have the fear of, well, I work a full-time job, I have a lot going on, my schedule's busy, I don't know if I can commit to this too. That's probably the number one thing I hear. So the first thing I want to tell you, and I know this sounds so ridiculous, but like, if I can do it, anybody can do it. If I can figure out that time and that schedule, anyone can. So, there isn't a set amount of time, and that's what's great about this business. You get to make it what you want to make it. If you want it to be a hobby, you can set hours to make it a hobby. If you want to go all in and someday retire from your job, you can do that. Just understand that you're going to get out of this business what you put into it. I can tell you that when I started, I worked for about 30 minutes a day when I could. And I worked hard for those 30 minutes a day, and I would sit down and focus on the goals that I had set, and I would knock off the list everything I could get done. Then gradually that 30 minutes turned into an hour, and close to the end of my teaching career, it was about 2 hours, just because my business had grown so much, it needed more attention. But I want you to understand, we have so many different types of people on our team. We have doctors, we have nurses, we have teachers, we have work from home moms, we have stay at home moms, we have single parents, we have military families. We have, every profession under the sun, and some of them still work their job. So this doesn't have to be a I'm going to do this so I can quit my job. If you love your job, that's okay. You can still do this too. I loved both of them for a very long time. I left because it didn't make sense to do both for my family anymore. It's your business and you call the shots. So you can decide your goals, and then your coach here is going to help you create a plan for those goals, and we're going to help you break that down into daily tasks of what you need to do to move towards those goals. You're going to get that from us. You know, like I said before, you get out what you put in. So start small and work towards those bigger goals. And as you grow and as you fall more in love with it, those goals may change. You know, you may start off as a hobby coach who just wants a little side hustle. That's what I did. And then now this is my full-time job, and I plan on it being that way for a long time. So I hope that eases your mind, and I hope that you aren't so fearful if you do have a lot going on. And I'm here to tell you, you can absolutely make this work, and it can absolutely transform your entire life. And if it's something that's kind of tugging on your heartstrings, even a little bit, I think that that's enough of a reason to give it a shot, because one day you're going to be sitting in a hotel in a different country giving a training call to people, and you never, ever, ever in a million years thought you would be there. So thank you for listening. We can't wait to talk to you guys more on Sunday, and I am tossing it to Melanie.
All right. Well, hi, guys. So you've gotten to hear from a lot of the girls that are going to be speaking on Sunday, and we're super excited to be here. I've been a coach for 6 years. I started coaching in July of 2011. I had just gone through my first round of insanity. I was a challenger in a challenge group, and I really fell in love with the products. You know, for me, I had no idea what network marketing was. I had never heard of Beachbody as a business opportunity. I had never been introduced to a challenge group until my coach reached out to me on social media and invited me. And so this was all new, and she had reached out a few times and said, hey, Melanie, you know, you've gotten really great results with Insanity, and you're really actively participating in the challenge group. I think you would make a great coach. And I hem-hawed around about it. I watched the videos that she sent me, probably much like you guys are doing right now. You know, you're gathering all of this information. And I kept saying to myself, I really think I could be good at this. And I think I could run really awesome challenge groups, and I could support people. And my husband kept telling me, no, I think this is a scam. I think this is a ripoff. I think this is a bad idea. If you want a job, like, we'll put the kids in daycare and you can go back and get a real job. And so that was kind of the back and forth conversation. And so basically I decided that I just really thought I could be good at Beachbody. And so I did everything I could, and I saved up all of the money that I got for my birthday, because my family would always give me money to go clothes shopping. And so instead of buying myself new clothes, I paid the coach sign-up fee, and I signed up to become a coach. And so what ended up happening is I told Matt that I became a coach, who was my husband, and he basically said that was the worst idea you could have ever made, and you're not buying another bag of that powder. That's what he called Shakeology. And so I hope you enjoy it, and that I'm going to fail. And so for me, it was just fuel to my fire, because I just had this belief. I didn't know how. I didn't know, how I was going to make this work, but I just knew that if I could teach other people to live a healthy and fulfilling life the way that I was learning to live, then I had done my job. And my goal was to transform one person's life. And so through that process, I learned how to use social media. I learned how to run challenge groups, and I learned how to just grow my area of influence and share what was working with me in a very authentic way. Very much like Katie shared earlier with storytelling. And so one of the things that over the past 6 years that I learned was we didn't have a very good training system at the beginning. And there was no sort of organization or organized way to get started as a new coach and to go through the beginning process. And then what do you do when you become an emerald, which is our first rank? And so as I started to grow my team outside of just my customers, we started to think about ways to train. And so I think one of the things that sets us apart from any other organization out there is the fact that we have systems. And our organization is like the queen of systems and the queen of duplicating, our business. And so we have not only, tested our coach training, but it's something that we have down to a science. We have a 30-day new coach training that we run, that we are committed to helping you, launch your business and run your first challenge group. You don't have to run your first challenge group by yourself. We're going to co-run it with you. We are going to give you our guides and our scripts that allow you to take that information and not have to create your own, but to customize it. Maybe make your own videos, or, change the wording so that it sounds like like you. And so you get all of these tools when you come in as a new coach, so that you don't have to do what a lot of us did at the beginning and try to figure that out on your own. So when you come in, you go through our new coach training, which we are actually going to launch a big coach training together with everybody that signs up in the UK. If you are in the United States or Canada, you will go into our next coach training because you guys can sign up right away. And then as you progress in your business, we don't just say, okay, after 30 days, peace out, you're on your own. From that point forward, we take you through, phase 2, and we really help you sort of refine the invite process and how to share and not sell and how to handle objections and how to start growing your business. And so once you get those skills down pat, then you're going to move into your Emerald to Diamond, where we're teaching you how to invite people to join your team and how to grow an organization. And once you get to Diamond, then we have another group or another training you can go into where we focus on leadership and how to, start mentoring other people and working with other coaches. And if your goal is to be an elite or a premier coach, which are all things you can achieve in Beachbody, or even if it's just rank or income related, we have something to support you. We do weekly team calls. We do smaller one-on-one calls. We do group mentoring calls. There is definitely not a lack of support. We're pretty much here to guide you every single step of the way. And every single one of these women is just very much so committed that when you sign up as a coach on our team, that we are not going to leave you hanging high and dry, and that we are going to be there to mentor you. And I feel like that is something that with 100% authenticity, and integrity, I can say that we truly care about everybody that joins our team. And we don't just look at you as a number, but you are a part of our family. And we care about you. And we care about the results that you get. We care about whether it's fitness or it's income or business related, where you're never going to, it doesn't matter what your goals are, whether you're going to be full-time or hobby, we will meet you wherever you're at. If you want to run and you want to build a big business, we'll help you do that. If you want a smaller business, we will help you do that too. We will customize this business and help guide you in the direction to help you reach the goals that you find important and fulfilling in your life. All right. So what we're going to talk about last is I'm going to turn it over to Deidre. And she's going to talk a little bit about what you can do next. And then, maybe you're listening to this call and you're just a little bit fearful about making the commitment. So we're going to turn it over to Deidre. And there she is.
Hey guys. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this call so far. We're getting to the end here and I'm just going to close out. I'm going to introduce myself here for a second, but my name is Deidre Mangus and I have been a coach for 4.5 years. It'll be 5 years coming up here soon, but I started working on my own journey. That's how I got started, actually, with Melanie. So Melanie is my cousin, and it's so crazy because Beachbody has changed our lives in so many ways. And one reason is we didn't actually talk a lot. We didn't really communicate before Beachbody. And she had reached out to me, and it was right after I had my second child. And I'm like, I really need something. I'm not losing the weight as easy as it was the first time. And I needed something. I needed change because I was going through all those fad diets and nothing was working. So, I ended up joining her. And I lost 40 pounds doing Insanity and then moving on to P90X and then Turbo Fire. And I had lost, that was halfway through my 40-pound weight loss. And she asked me about coaching. And I actually told her no 3 times because I didn't want to keep purchasing Shakeology. I didn't want to purchase it. But then I saw what it was doing for me. And I'm like, I have to make the investment. It's an investment to my health. To grow a successful business, like there's no other business that I have seen or found that gives you the results that you get, but also so much opportunity at the same time to grow a successful business and to meet so many people. So, it's been a blessing for me that I've been able to reach my health and fitness goals. And then I've been able to have this family around me and also have a better relationship with my cousin as we have been on this coaching journey at the same time. So, I am a former ER nurse. I was a nurse for 6 years. And after my first year, I was able to retire, making up for my full-time income, but I actually didn't retire until after 2 years because I was really afraid to let it go because I loved my job. I love nursing. I love helping people. But I had realized, kind of like Jen did, where she retired from teaching, is that I was at a certain place in my business where I either couldn't give my team anything else and I wasn't going to grow anymore in my income. And what nursing was doing for me wasn't the same. I was missing out on time with my boys, and that was the point that made me say, okay, I need to do this for my family. So I had the ability to retire, and I grew my business even more, and we've been, more financially successful. And I've had more time with my kids, and that's the biggest thing. And now having another baby, and I'm out of breath when I talk, but it's crazy because this is my first child that I'm going to be able to be home with this baby from the very beginning. So it's really, really exciting. But, I did have some fears, and I'm sure you guys are coming into this also with fears. For me, fear of not being at your goal weight. And I know Val already talked about that, but she's not the only one. Like, many of us started right in the middle of our own fitness journey. It's really the importance of sharing that journey, sharing your story and everything that you're doing, because right now at this point, as you're on this journey, you are the most relatable to people, because people don't relate to abs. They don't relate to perfect all the time. Yes, people like to see that, and it is very inspiring. But when you're on your own journey, that's whenever people are going to say, she can do it, I can do it. And they see you working hard every single day, and they see you're posting every single day. Another fear of mine was not having enough time. And I realized that I was able to work full time. I had a newborn. I had a 1-year-old. I was taking master's classes and raising a family. And I had realized that with the time management and doing those power hours, you can make it happen. And you don't have to completely quit your job if you don't want to. That was just the choice that I made. But I still was able to grow a full-time income while I was working, doing it an hour a day. And then on the days off, I was working maybe 3 or 4 hours on those days off. So, overcome that fear and know that it is possible, as long as you can be strict on the activities that you're doing to build your business, because multitasking sometimes doesn't get things done. I learned that the hard way. But when you can just focus on one thing at a time, and you can set your timer for 15-minute increments, inviting people and sharing the opportunity with other people, you can get it done, and you can make it happen, and you can be very, very, very successful, even with the little amount of time that you have. I'm trying to think of another fear that I had was, being able to afford, being able to
Not having
you
any,
saying I didn't have any friends?
No, not having any family.
I didn't have a lot of friends on Facebook, and it was adding contacts, and I'll get to what I was going to say next. But speaking of the adding friends, I was constantly, once I started coaching, it was adding friends that I went to high school with, adding friends that I knew from elementary school or college or where I used to work at my other jobs. I added them, and I started building a relationship with them again. And it actually has made me some of my best friends. Even I have coaches on my team that I went to high school with, and I never even spoke to them. And we are like, how did we not ever talk in high school? It's crazy. So, it is a blessing in disguise when you're finally reaching out to these people and adding these contacts. And even though it's really scary, and you're probably thinking, what are they going to think of me now that I'm adding them and I haven't talked to them for years? But we don't start a conversation and just talk, hey, join my team, or hey, join my challenge group. It's like, let's build a relationship and reconnect with these people and see what they're doing and just have that friendship. Okay, what was I talking about now with my other fear? What was I starting to talk about? Oh, the cost. Yeah. So the cost, it was scary for me, because I'm like, well, am I going to be able to afford Shakeology every month? And it's an extra added expense for me every single month. And then I realized, no, Deidre, it's not an added expense. You are replacing a meal that you're already having, that you would buy at the grocery store, except the difference is it's cheaper than fast food. It's cheaper than a steak, which I would get all the time. And it has more nutritional value and health benefits to it. So I want you guys to realize that you signing up as a coach, or even as a challenger, you're buying and you're signing up for a challenge pack, which is giving you everything you need to reach your health and fitness goals. And you're getting your Shakeology every month to stay active. And you're giving your body those nutrients that you need that you're normally not getting. And you're keeping yourself healthy on your... And what? Oh, and I'm drinking it pregnant. Yeah. I drink it every single day. Sorry, Melanie, I'm sure you don't like me doing that. But no, I do. I still drink it every single day because it is healthy, and it's healthy for my baby. Because me feeding my baby McDonald's or Chick-fil-A, which I love. I don't know if you guys have that in the UK here, but it's really good. And it's a lot healthier than that. I'm giving my baby the proper nutrients and my body. So, you know, me being a coach is me keeping myself accountable on my own fitness journey. So if anything, you know, if you decide this isn't for me and maybe I just want to be on my fitness journey, you guys can still do this. Like, you can still be on your fitness journey and get amazing results. I love the gym. I was a huge gym rat, and this has done so much more for me than a gym has ever done for me. It has allowed me to do figure competitions and more. It doesn't look like I did right now because I'm pregnant, but it's okay. I'm still healthier than I have ever been. So I think that's what I wanted to say with the fears. You know, you guys, we are the #1 team in the entire organization. We've been #1 for 3 years now. This will be the 4th year coming up that we've been at the top. And we have every resource you need to be successful. No one is going to leave you hanging high and dry. We are all in this for the long run. As you guys can see, we retired from our jobs. Like, we are totally committed to this because we believe in it ourselves. And we know that this stuff works. This business works. These products work. It has changed our lives in so many ways. So just know that you are going to get the best training. We have all the resources you need to be successful, and we're going to walk right beside you the entire way. And if you guys are here in the UK, we do have our event on Sunday from 1 to 6. The doors will open at 12:30. So if you want information and you haven't gotten that yet, please talk to the person who brought you in here, the coach who brought you in here, so they can give you information or the link to sign up for those tickets. And also, whether you're in the UK or Canada or US, talk to your coach who brought you in here, because this is how you're going to get started. I don't know what Juice Plus is.
So Juice Plus is another network marketing company. Holly, I would say, is it similar to Juice Plus? It's not a similar product. It's totally different. But if you're looking at cost, if that's maybe what you're asking instead, like what is the cost per month? Maybe just a little bit of clarification on that.
Yeah. But if you're asking for just a juice drink at 125, to be on Shakeology, to stay active as a coach, it would be $115 total, and that includes your monthly business fee that takes care of your inventory. What's up with the lighting? It takes care of your, there we go. It takes care of your inventory, your back office, where your customers and your team signs up. So Beachbody does all that hard work for us. But we have more than just a juice drink. So I don't know the nutrients that is involved in that. But we also have our nutrition plans. We have our fitness programs. So I do think we're totally different than any other network marketing business because of what we actually provide for people.
Service.
Right. So, and then we have our support groups. We're not just selling someone something, we're actually giving them something. We have a lot of value to offer to people with our challenge groups, and being able to help them one-on-one every single day in the groups to give them that support and motivation that they need, and the accountability to help them reach their health and fitness goals. So I'm not sure about the other company and the product that is, but we definitely do we have a lot of value in our products. It's good quality, and what we have to offer is pretty amazing with our services. So US and Canada, you guys can sign up right now. So be sure that you talk to your coach to, if you're ready to get signed up, we can help you. UK, we're going to be launching in October. We have this pre-event, or the pre-launch event on Sunday. So contact us and we will help you get the information for that. The cost, we don't know yet for the UK. That hasn't been announced, but it shouldn't be much different than the US.
Right. It'll be pretty comparable.
Yeah.
And based on, just based on some conversation. So on Sunday, Thomas, who is our UK sales manager, is going to be attending our event. And so if you're able to come, he's going to do a little Q&A session, which would be perfect time to kind of make a list of questions, or even if you want to shoot us over some questions in the group, anything about the business or the launch or questions that you have, we'll be happy to ask him. I know that as far as compensation plan goes, it'll be pretty comparable to what we have in the US. They're going to mimic that. In the UK, you will have the same challenge pack option.
Shipping. There'll be a warehouse here.
Yes, there'll be a distribution center, so your shipping costs will be comparable to what you have here as well. So I hope that that helps you guys out, but we do know that our launch will be on October 19th. And so the reason that we're doing the pre-launch event on Sunday is to not just teach you about the products that Beachbody has to offer, because we feel like you can find a lot of that out on the internet, but it's to teach you how to build a business. You know, teach you those things that you necessarily can't find that are unique to our team and our style and the way that we do things. And we want to give you the opportunity to put a face with the name and to be able to get to know us and to really just sort of ask the questions face to face so that you can begin to create a solid game plan of how you're going to build your business. And over the next 2 months, as you're listening to the calls and the things that we're doing, you can be building your own social network. You can be talking to people. You can be thinking about what types of challenge groups that you want to run. And that's what we're going to be able to help you with. And so, you know, tonight, of course, you know, talk to the person that invited you to this call, because we are pre-qualifying people that are in the UK, and we are running weekly team calls for our UK founding coaches that are going to be a part of our organization. So we do have spots available, and we would be more than happy to mentor and guide you in this process too. So questions or any other last thoughts, things that absolutely, and we'll just answer some questions and go from there.
Hey guys, I just wanted to add one thing, because I know that we have a really great mix of people in here. And so this particular call, obviously because we're in the UK, we wanted to touch on some of the UK stuff. This is super exciting. But we also have a lot of people in here from the US and in Canada. And so for you guys, we have our training, we have everything already all in place for you guys. And what's pretty incredible is that when you guys get started, you guys are going to be part of this launch too. So all of this launch that we're doing here with the UK, you guys are going to have the opportunity to get started, and then we're going to launch over in the UK, which is obviously a huge, huge, huge ordeal. So for those people that are here from the US and Canada, like, this is a huge deal, because once you guys get signed up, then we'll be opening up to the UK, and then we're gonna have all these incredible UK family members joining on with us. So it's just a really great opportunity for, I mean, pretty much freaking everybody. I wish that we could offer this all over the world, because it would make such a big difference in health, happiness, just overall well-being. So that's all that I really wanted to add in, just because I knew that we had some other people. So like Dave said, just reach out to whoever invited you guys here, whatever questions you guys have. Make sure you guys secure your spot in the new coach training, because obviously there's, you know, 5, 6 of us, so we can't take on like a whole boatload of people. So the people that are most interested, make sure that you contact that person, get all your questions answered.
And yes, Holly, you are correct. UK cannot join until October 19th, but you can be getting all of your stuff ready to go in order to launch that.
So that's basically what we're doing. So we have UK like founding coaches. They're not technically coaches yet, because they can't be coaches yet, but they know that this is what they want to do. We're getting them trained. We have specific UK coach calls for them. That's a little bit different, because obviously you can't sell a product yet, right? But you can build your network. You can still do the programs. You can still be in our challenge groups. There's a lot of stuff that we can do for you guys now, and that's what we're doing for you guys now. So that's what that is. You will be a coach on October 19th, and you will actually be ready to go by then.
And we'll be ready to mentor you.
Yay,
So
we're so excited. So thanks for bearing with us as we do this call from our hotel room. We are so thankful that the internet worked and we had great service, and we look forward to meeting many of you on Sunday. And there are still tickets, so if you want to come to Birmingham, we would love to have you. We'll just post the link in our Facebook group that we have created. And over this entire weekend, we're going to go live in that Facebook group, and we are just going to share just some stories and coaching and things that when you guys ask us questions, we'll just go live and answer those questions in there. So,
And you're talking about the backstage group, right?
The backstage pass into coaching is the little, like, we call it a sneak peek, and it's just basically explaining what coaching is all about. So if you are a part of that and you have some friends that you think would make great coaches, you are welcome to invite them in there as well and ask as many questions as you guys would like. So anyways, thank you so much for your time tonight. Thanks for listening to all of us, and we will see you guys later.
Yeah,
Bye, everybody.
see you guys.
Bye,
Bye-bye.